guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are planning. I have not planned in probably a year. Actually, I was going through here. I think I planned in March. Look at this. Woo! I planned one month out of the year. It's fine. Anyway, it's fine. So I am taking this piece of acetate that came with some stickers on it, and I'm going to go through my sticker books and look for a theme this week. Okay, so as soon as I said, let me find a theme for the week, Hannah was sitting across the table from me and she said, well, it's the first day of school, so why don't you do school themed? So I wasn't quite sure what I had for school themed, but I came up with something. So this week, the planning didn't quite go as I thought it was going to go because I haven't done it in a year. So the layout is very, very basic. There's not a lot going on to it, and I almost feel like that's how I've been doing things lately, just because daily life I try to make as easy as possible, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. But just know that this is not like typical chaotic mom planning. This is very minimal, and there's not like a theme going on. It's just very minimal in how my brain is liking things right now. So I talk sometimes about how my brain likes like color order and how my brain likes to have things listed in lists and, you know, things like that. That's just how I say that it calms me. I feel like when things are a certain way, such as color order or organized in a list or things like that, that it just makes me so much calmer. And if you couldn't notice, I have severe social anxiety, which is why I constantly find the need to make things really simple, really calm, really relaxing. If we go out to dinner or something, I don't have anxiety to the point where I can't function. I just have anxiety to the point where thinking about going out to dinner kind of gives me a little bit of butterflies in my stomach, because that means being around a lot of people, eating in front of people, just things that I don't like to do in front of people. But I want those opportunities because that's when I spend time with the family. That's when I, have good conversations with William and Hannah and Selena if she's off. So I wouldn't give up those things just because of my anxiety. So it's been a really long time since I've been able to sit down with you guys and kind of chat. And this past year has been crazy. And I don't even really think that I comprehended the last year until just a couple weeks ago. So if you guys have followed me, or if you've seen my video about my vaccine injury, last August I received the first of the COVID vaccines, and it ended up giving me a blood clot on my back, and I couldn't walk for 6 weeks, and they didn't know what was wrong with me because I had to have an MRI, but it had to be sedated because, again, I have severe anxiety, and I kept flipping out whenever they would put me near the machine because it's like a giant death tunnel. So I couldn't do that. And it took from the beginning of September to the end of November for my insurance to authorize me to get an MRI of my spine. So they didn't find the blood clot until after the symptoms had started going away. So my symptoms were I couldn't walk. I was really like, my nerves just, they like fire randomly. And it's mostly on my right side. My right side is where I had a lot of weakness, like as far as dragging my right leg. That's why I couldn't walk, because I couldn't pick up my right leg. And I feel like my right arm is weaker. But anyway, so I was really like neurological. My arms would jump and my legs would jump constantly without me knowing that I was doing it. It's really weird to say, because unless you've ever felt it, you don't understand. Like, I can be sitting here and my arm will just like move on its own. Never did that before. So if you're watching this video and you see me really struggling to lay down washi tape or to pick up a sticker, it's just because I'm not neurologically where I used to be. And it's very slight, so I don't know if you'll notice it, but it's something that I notice, and it's very, I'm very self-conscious about it, which is probably why I haven't done videos, because I'm sitting here watching this video as I'm editing it, and I can see that I'm slower, and it's frustrating, and I hope that it doesn't bother you guys. Okay, so off screen, I went through all of my ephemera and I just picked out some things that I thought would look really cute. It's back to school week, so got these. We are making ourselves some special ice cream sundaes this afternoon. We picked up some stuff at the store so we could celebrate today's first day back to school. I don't know why I grabbed this. This is not meant to be in here at all. Okay. It was pretty silly. I did mean to pick this out. I thought we could use that as like a flip of some sort. It's one of the flashcards that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I just have some blocks of this color, and I thought that was cute. It's a little typewriter, and then this stuff needs to be put away. And then I just picked out these colors for some washi tape. All right, let's get started. So anyway, as I was saying, I hope that my new style of doing things is not off-putting to any of my old viewers that are watching, because I really love doing things that are very simple, like I said, and I like doing things that keep me upbeat every day. And sometimes if I put too much pressure on myself to do something extravagant, like I've done a couple paintings this past year, and as long as I don't put something really big on myself, then I'm good. But the minute that I put like a really big project on myself, I shut down. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but if I know that I have like 1,000,001 things that I have to get done, I won't get any of them done. That sounds completely ridiculous, but that's like how my brain works. It's all or nothing. So I have to be very conscious to only, expect reasonable things from myself. Okay, there's the dog. I guess she's ready to come in. So I know a lot of people, when you don't see or hear from them from a while and they come back and they're like, oh, I'm reinventing myself. Well, it's really true. So this past year that I've kind of been really spotty on YouTube, and I've been, experiencing different kind of health problems. It started out last year with a really big bout of depression because we tried to change up my medicine. That was a disaster. And then kind of led into the blood clot at the end of last year. And I don't want to say I'm reinventing myself, but honestly, I'm finding like me again, because I was so dependent upon everybody last year, and that is not me at all. I was a single mom to 2 girls in my early 20s. I worked a full-time job, which it was full-time plus extra because I worked for an ophthalmology clinic and we were super busy, and it turned into more than 40 hours a week, trust me. But I was just always like in charge and on top of things up until last year. I really was. I didn't feel like completely out of control and crazy up until last year. So last year when everything happened, I really became dependent upon others, like I said. It really started with the depression. I really had to check in with my family and let them know, today's not a good day for me, or today's okay. Or, a lot of times I just wasn't capable of emotionally meeting their needs because I couldn't emotionally meet mine. So it became, constantly making sure, how are you feeling today? Because Hannah also went through a little bit of something too, because she was a 12-year-old girl turning 13, and that was very rough for her, as I'm sure it is for a lot of teenage girls and boys. I just don't know anything about raising boys. So we all became very dependent upon each other, and of course I became dependent on William, because honestly, when you're in such a deep depression, you're not cleaning the house, you're not taking care of things, you're not even taking care of yourself. And then with the blood clot, again, I couldn't walk. I depended on Hannah to help me walk to the bathroom. The girls would take turns walking with me down a couple houses because I could get down like one house and then I would just start shaking so bad my legs would give out from underneath me. But that's why I needed the girls with me, or William. So I just became very dependent upon people last year, and now I'm finding my way back. Last year I was, for example, I was in charge of all the bills at the house. Maybe that's something that you guys might take for granted, that you can sit down and do the bills. I stopped being able to do that. Like literally, not cognitively. I didn't cognitively lose the ability to do the bills, but emotionally and physically, I could not put that on myself every month to sit down and pay the bills. And I had to come out to my husband and say, listen, I'm not capable of like taking care of the bills anymore. I can't do it. Like, I'm having a hard enough time getting out of bed every day. So he had to take over the bills. That's just an example. I didn't, I wasn't doing any YouTube stuff. I wasn't doing any Etsy stuff. And it was really like an eye-opening change, because when I came out of all this stuff, which I'm just now finding my way out, like I said, the last couple months, I realized how dependent I had become on other people, and I didn't even know how to function by myself. And that was really scary because, I just took a trip to Florida with Hannah, and even like running through the airport and going through security, I've done it 1,000,001 times, you guys. I've done it 1,000,001 times. And I brought Selena when Selena was having a really hard time coping in public. I had to, set up things for her through the airport security where they made sure they didn't touch her, and we had to board early so she could do, she didn't have to be around anybody else. These are all special needs things that I used to take care of, and I didn't even have any issues this year. I had me and Hannah. We were early, we weren't late, and I got through everything and I cried. And it was so frustrating for me because I'm not, like, it's just not like me to be so emotional like I have been this year. And it's really frustrating for me because I felt like I kind of lost that independence. And so I kept crying the whole time I was in Florida because I kept saying, I don't know if I'm ready for this, which is silly because all I was doing was like cooking and cleaning for my dad and helping him, and like taking Hannah to bowling and golfing, and it wasn't even like stressful, but it was really big for me because that's the first like time in the last year that I was in charge. I was the one that had to be like on the ball. So I say all that to catch you up to date and let you know where I am. And I'm gonna be back to making my YouTube videos. I hope to be opening my Etsy store soon. We also had the flood this year that has put a damper on everything because I had to pack up my whole office. I created 2 craft carts here that I use, for crafting. But as far as like all my paper is put back in my closet, I've got, more than 3/4 of my office boxed up into boxes. So if I want to do crafting, I really have to know where everything is. So that is what's kind of going on over here in Chaotic Mom's world. Like I said, I am very excited about being back and making new videos, and I want to start doing Happy Mail. I want to start reaching out and talking to people again because, again, that's just something that's been missing in the last year. Whoo, don't get emotional. So I definitely want to start, communicating with everybody again and doing Happy Mail and just talking to people and bouncing ideas off of each other. That was kind of my favorite thing to do, was when you guys would either write me or just in the comment section leave ideas about ways to do different things. And I love doing that with you guys. So feel free to leave comments and, ask questions, whatever you guys want. I really want to get back into the community of crafting. And, I thought maybe it would be a good idea to start out with planning, because that's how I like to run things now, is off of a plan. So this is actually my second video that I've made, although it's going to be the first one that you see. The other video that I made was going through all of my vintage ephemera. I shouldn't say all. I did not go through all of it because I don't even have the ability to go through all of it. There's so much. I went through a lot of my vintage ephemera that my daughter had bought me at an estate sale. And so I've got a video for that needs to be edited and uploaded. But I had a lot of fun sharing that stuff with you. And I need your feedback on it because I was telling you in the video, I have so much that I don't even have time to like process it all. So I want to know if you guys want to buy like 5 or 6 sheets, and then you guys just basically pay for shipping and however I need to package it. I'm not looking to make like a huge profit or anything. I just want to be able to package it and ship it out at an appropriate rate for you guys. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, because like I said, and I'm going to show you in the video, I have so much that I can't even begin to think about using all of it. And I hate that it's just sitting there. I hate it. Like, I literally hate it when people just put things in corners and closets and don't utilize them. So it's tearing me up one side and down the other that I have so much of this stuff and I can't use it all. So I'd love to get some of it out and list some of it on Etsy or Instagram or whatever you guys think. Tell me what you guys want and how it would be easiest for me to ship it out to you guys. But I'm going to get this video up here probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I feel like I've been talking your ear off. It was really good catching up with you guys, though. Like, really good catching up with you guys. I feel like we sat down and had some coffee together because I just haven't been able to talk to you guys the past year or so. I know I've done some videos, and it's not that those were not genuine videos. They were, but I really struggled. I really struggled talking. I really struggled, like I said, neurologically, sometimes doing things is just... I can't, like, I'll watch myself and I'll get upset about it because see, that's exactly, I just was sitting here and my left arm shot out and knocked something off the table. But you know what? That's my life now and that's okay. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.